So we're doing it. Welcome to Freedom to Think broadcast. I'm your host, Jeff, and today from the live stream, we got a request from Mike Ross. I request Timcast music, Genocide. I've gotten quite a few requests for this over time, but I mean, this was just like, boom, thunderbolt, like Thor at the end of Infinity Wars.
You guys are so screwed now! Bring me
Tim Pool! Like, you will do this song right now, and I gotta do it. We're doing it. First, we're gonna support Tim. Genocide, Losing My Mind. This has got to be it, right? Let's buy this song from Tim, and we can check this song out, okay? If you guys enjoy this kind of content, please like, please subscribe. We're going for that 10K, and once we get there, the magic happens, okay? I'm going to start reaching out to these companies I spent all my money on to see if I can represent them, and we're going to have a sweet live with Armando where we do the full Tom McDonald diss battle with Mac Lethal. I know everyone's excited about it. I can't even sleep at night because I'm so excited about it. So if you want me to get a full 8 hours again, subscribe to the channel. Okay, thank you. Let's see how he is musically. I've never heard anything from Tim. Honestly, I didn't even know that he sang. So that's how little I knew. Let's go for it. Dude, okay. He's the newscaster. Obviously, we're throwing obey, lockdowns are for your own good. Like, that's brutal. Horrible propaganda. The people who were skeptical about everything that was going on were overwhelmingly right in their assessment. So that's just great. I mean, it's just straight parody. Study shows, expert studies show, appeal to authority. So this is just like straight sarcasm. Oh, that's great. Let's go.
I turn to die, we're slowly marching to our suicide instead of living. Tell me what to do instead of dreaming. Let me die for you.
Wait, nope. Big Pharma has your back. I mean, you guys know that it was all over the news that they paid the largest criminal fine in history. Pfizer. Okay. Ever. So, and then the other two, the other two aren't doing that much better.
Tonight, keeping drug companies honest, a story that's simply stunning about multi-million-dollar profits and illegal activity at this country's biggest drug company.
The Justice Department alleges Johnson & Johnson boosted sales by paying millions of dollars in kickbacks to pharmacists and doctors who pushed the drug Risperdal to patients who did not need it.
Johnson & Johnson paid $2.2 billion. Eli Lilly paid $1.4 billion. Pfizer and its subsidiary paid $2.3 billion. And GlaxoSmithKline paid out a record $3 billion.
For 7 years, Glaxo failed to report data showing its best-selling diabetes drug. Avandia increased the risk of heart attack by as much as 40%.
Opioid epidemic has killed more than 400,000 Americans. Tonight, Purdue agreeing to pay more than $8 billion in penalties.
You can't trust medical research that gets published in very established journals. What can you trust?
But as Bob Orr reports, the massive settlement may not lead to much change.
Is fraud the business model of the pharmaceutical industry?
No one's going to jail. No one's going to prison. And worse yet, they've set up a situation where Purdue's going to be able to continue on.
You look at this thing, and I mean, if Pfizer is too big to fail, and even the biggest fine in history is just a few months' profit, then what's going to stop it from illegally promoting other drugs?
Critics say Anderson nothing.
To put blind trust is just psychotic. You at least have to have the benefit cost ratio. You know, you got to make that assessment and then make your own choice. It's cool. Do whatever you want. But to say they have your back is just brutal. It's awesome.
Me die for you if I could see the darkness in the minds and their tainted eyes. Make it right.
ooh, $8 for gas is a small price to pay for a clean conscience. That's like what you've heard, that they literally said that. Gas pricing going up due to our assisting the certain country that's fighting the other country. And they're like, well, you know, we have to take the moral high ground and help out that poor country. You know, having astronomically high prices of gas is just the morally right thing to do. Oh, man. So I'm feeling it's just like a straight sarcastic parody of the news, but also being true. Like everything he's saying here is like what they were doing. If you watched that movie, The Invention of Lying, where they just like straight up tell the truth.
I'm the spokesperson for the Coca-Cola Company. I'm here today to ask you to continue buying Coke. I'm sure it's a drink you've been drinking for years, and if you still enjoy it, well, I'd like to remind you to buy it again sometime soon. It's basically just brown sugar water. Haven't changed the ingredients much lately, so there's nothing new I can tell you about that. Changed the can around a little bit, though. You can see the colors are different there, and we've added a polar bear so the kids like us.
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here.
Fractured at the seams, breaking apart for the world to see. We're free from control reality.
I'm not going to stop for long, but I will cut in the peaceful protest with the literal fire behind the guy. I mean, come on.
What you're seeing behind me is one of multiple locations that have been burning in Kenosha, Wisconsin over the course of the night.
How could they say that's a mostly peaceful protest? Fireballs. Psycho. People are crazy.
Fight your way from this, to get away from this. I'm losing my mind, have I lost my sight? If this quicksand has gone over my eyes, how can I see anything? With shadows and the current enterprise of institutions made to control your lives.
The ultra breaking news, also funny, guys. Holy crap. I used to watch the Dan Bongino Saturday night show. And I don't, because he just says a lot of what he says on the show like 10 times during the podcast. So it's like you don't even need to watch it, right? But they'd always interrupt it with the like ultra breaking news, and it's Fox, man. Like CNN and NBC, MSNBC, like they just straight up lie to you. But then Fox tells you like a tiny part of the truth and hyper focuses on the wrong thing. So you might as well be just as uninformed. That's just how I feel about it.
Concocting all the lies that we use to control your mind. We're free from control reality. And find your way from this. Get away from this. I'm losing my mind. Have I lost my sight? If this quicksand has gone.
Cilantro divides the nation. That's good. Because it's always like just the dumbest stuff. And they're like, oh, this is something with two options. We have to choose a side. Like we have to pick a side. I really like salsa and guacamole. Stereotypical Mexican. Okay. My wife grows me cilantro, jalapenos, habaneros. And yeah, I eat the hell out of them. But that's really funny. Cilantro divides the nation. Might be my favorite part of the song so far. What? Tim hates cilantro? All right, well, if we got to be hyper polarized, I'm on Team Cilantro. Take that, Tim.
Losing my mind, have I lost my sight? If this quicksand has gone over my eyes, how can I see break free from control reality and find your way from this to get away from this. I'm losing my.
I love how he brought Alex in. I mean, Alex is like straight up crazy, but he says a lot of stuff that ends up being sort of true in a way. So it's enough that like at least you should pay attention a little bit.
Grooming of children, right?
You mean like what Jeffrey Epstein did with the Clintons?
But yeah, the mostly peaceful drone strike is hilarious. Now, speaking of drone strikes and that kind of attacking, you guys know about Trump taking out people, Russians in Syria, right? Because I know there's this like massive thing where Trump was super easy on Russia and then everyone else was like the hammer. But then like Russia advanced every time except for when Trump was in, and he like put them in their place with the Syria thing. I mean, you got to look into that. I'm just saying. But I saw this one comedian do a bit. You just assume that it's about President Bush, where it was like tons of drone strikes and stuff. And it was like public enemy number one to his brethren. And then he like pulls the picture up and it's a big portrait of Obama. That was hilarious.
I have 2 words for you. Predator drones. You will never see it coming.
I'm losing my mind if I lost my sight. If this quicksand has gone over my eyes, how can I see anything? But I cannot find a better way from all the bad things that you give to me. Oh no, not I. Cannot find a better way from all the bad things that you give to me.
It's obviously very cheesy, but it's funny. Like I like 90% of this.
If I could see the darkness in the mind and their tainted eyes, I'd make it right.
The world is ending. Here's why that's a good thing. Dude, like, that's like straight up stereotypical media right there. I mean, they literally had the like, inflation is here, or it wasn't happening, then it was transitory, and then it's definitely here, but it's a good thing. And like, they just wouldn't stop. They just wouldn't stop. And so this is it. You know, the world's ending. Here's why that's a good thing. Dudes, have you guys been paying attention to the Davos meeting? These guys? Klaus is like, in 10 years' time, when we all have a brain chip and we could feel each other's emotional reaction to things. Isn't that like a fact-checked conspiracy theory that they're trying to do that? I'm just saying. And then you have Elon, who's calling them out like crazy. Like he's going after them. So I like the old adage, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So at the moment, super down with Elon. I do realize that he might just be mad that the World Economic Forum people are showing like a very reasonable and actual reason that you don't want Neuralink. So kind of messing up his sales. I can see both sides of that. He's against them. We're happy about that. He's also making the chips. Not really thrilled about that. Okay, to me, that's with him standing in front of the fire and then removing the green screen, reminds me of the reporter back in the day that was like saying, I'm in the war zone, and then like he was just in a set.
It looks like it might have been an explosion of cloud. The white city. There's my apologies, but he's putting on a gas mask. There hasn't been any gas dropped here that we could tell.
It was bad, dude. It was bad. This was so fun. It really was. So this was the first ever Freedom to Think broadcast live stream. It was so fun to have you guys here. I really liked the song for the comedic value. I'm going to listen to it a whole bunch of times. Supporting Tim. I will leave the link for his original video and the song where you can buy it in the description down below. If you want to support the channel, you can join the Freethinkers Rebellion, get your name in one of these videos. Also, if you want to talk to me, you can reach out. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Truth, and we have a Discord server where I'm dropping the greatest memes of the day and talking a little bit about what's going on in the news with you guys. Man, this was fun. I didn't even know Tim was into music. So I knew that he did like on-site journalism for a long time and then started to get recognized, so he had to hide his face and then went into the podcasting business. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you coming to hang out with me. It's been real. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Try to keep it professional around here. I don't know if you guys have seen my intro video where I wear the gorilla suit with the suit over it. Oh, snap. Mike. Hey, guys. You know what? Obviously we're doing Mike's video right now. You throw 20 on it. Holy crap. It's only fair to Tim, since you guys just came from him. You saying you watch him quite a bit and he has a lot of different people with different perspectives. I feel very similarly about Joe Rogan with that. Like, I heard him talking to some comedians today, and I don't know when the podcast was from, but it just like auto played to that. And they said some boneheaded stuff that just drove me nuts. But then once in a while, there'll be people on there that are amazing, and you're just like, holy crap. So I try not to just judge by one person or by his position, because he's just a really good interviewer. Like, he's really good at his job. So I appreciate him for that. Oh, man. Okay. Yes, we can have a tiny little side conversation, because I'll edit this. Crowder versus the Daily Wire. I actually have a subscription for the Daily Wire that I got on sale so that I could watch What is a Woman. Like, honestly, that's exactly why I got it. But I definitely side with Crowder. Like the whole not signing contracts that say you can't say whatever. But I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm here on YouTube. There's a set of rules here. If I break the rules, I'm just gone. So these people are like, hey, I'll take this job. The job comes with a set of rules, and that is what it is. The problem is, like, for me, it's kind of the Jordan Peterson thing, where if they say, this is your set of rules, you can't say this, then I'm like, all right, that's fine. But when they're like, you have to say this other thing that isn't true, that's when I start to be like, no way, man. Like, I'm not going to be your mouthpiece for propaganda crap. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming out. But we're going for it. Tim Pool!